Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to a surprise space. This is Milkshake's first space. I'm very honored in co hosting her space. She wanted to reach out to the community in welcoming J.R. Richmond to the space as part of John Richmond Fashion and the Blockchain with its new partnership. Guys, this is very, very exciting. This is leading the pack, first to market as we see SHIB going forward with what everybody's talking about right now, and that is the combining of fashion and the blockchain into something that has not been seen before. Obviously, this is brand new. Everyone's talking it. Every exchange is now getting millions of dollars invested in this. We've got Vogue magazine writing articles on it today about this very, very subject, and SHIB is leading the pack. I'm pretty darn excited in this. We got a couple of guests coming up. We're just trying to get John Richmond up here. They just have to accept the invite that we sent up, and then we're going to talk to them about how excited they are about this. Kelly, how excited are you about this?
I'm so excited. When that video went live today, I could not contain myself, Roddy.
No, I know, right? I was like, surprise, surprise, a lot of the SHIB Army sleuths had figured it out through the cryptic messages. They are getting better and better, but that's part of the fun of being the SHIB Army, is figuring things out. And we got that in. And then we discovered today it is John Richmond, who has just shown up. Hello, John Richmond. I believe it's Antonella speaking today. How are you doing, Antonella? All right. I think she might have some connection problems there. Antonella, there's a button to the left. You can unmute on it. All right. Well, we're trying to figure that out. I see Queenie is here. How you doing, Queenie?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing really well. How excited are you about this?
I'm actually pretty stoked. I definitely am not the most fashion savvy person, but even I am really excited to see how this all unfolds and some of the early designs. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Oh, there we go, Antonella. How are you doing?
Prova a parlare.
Hello, hi. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you doing from Italy? All the way from Italy.
Yeah, I'm in Italy. Thank you very much for having me tonight. That's quite late in Italy anyway, you know? That's day for you, but for us it's quite, midnight.
Well, we're really excited to have you here. Milkshake approached me earlier today and said that she wanted to reach out to the SHIB Army and have them welcome you to the SHIB Army officially, as the announcement was made today. I know it's a busy time for you guys with the Fashion Week ending in Italy and starting now in Paris. This is a groundbreaking thing. You guys are first to market with something like this. Just showing one, the strength of your own brand, and two, the strength of your partnership with the SHIB Army. And I'd like to welcome you on behalf of Milkshake. I see Shaitoshi is here. I'm going to speak for him, even though he didn't ask me to, but he's going to welcome you to the crew. And I'm going to let Kellyanne Gossip and SHIB Queenie welcome you if you want. Kelly, go ahead.
Yes.
Hi. Yes, we're so thrilled. I know the SHIB Army is thrilled. There's so much excitement, so many tweets, and so many people are asking me about this. So I know lots of people are just delighted to be here with you today.
It's really a pleasure, guys, to be with all of you. Yes, Fashion Week is quite finished. So we are super tired, but super happy, and we were super exciting, super excited. You cannot believe, waiting for this 28 and really, giving to all of you the announcement about this collaboration. So it's quite, fantastic for me to be here tonight, even if it is, as you said before, it's a surprise. So, I'm ready. And whatever you need from me, any questions you have, just go ahead. Happy to answer.
Well, I'm sure we'll have a couple of questions. Gossip, did you want to say anything?
I just want to say how excited I am because I am a huge fashion fan. So for me, it was really internet breaking news.
Oh,
I think, yeah, I agree. Sorry, go ahead, Antonella.
Yes, for sure. Do you want me to explain a little bit, how much is interesting for a fashion brand, a collaboration with something that is, you know, normally digital and a little bit far from our world. You know, we are a very physical world, you know, with our clothing, with our shoes, with our bags. So, you know, this is quite exciting, you know, to really deal with something that is really seems to be, for me, just 1 month ago far, but now I'm completely, you know, jumping in this story. So cannot wait, you know, even to go more and more around this space. So happy, super happy. That's really my feeling in this moment, and very excited.
Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing. Sorry, Queenie, you wanted to ask something.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think the feeling's mutual. I think there's a lot of us who, you know, from the not so fashion savvies like myself to the extremely obsessed like Gossip Shib. I think there's a lot that this partnership brings to the project, but also just to this space. It's really exciting to be at the front of developments like this.
Yeah, it's something, let's say, quite new for everyone, you know, because as you know, fashion is a sketching clothing and then having clothing real. So, you know, what will happen with all of you is still something that is in evolution each day. So that's even something that I think is incredible, interesting to do, you know, because every day we have ideas, every way we have an evolution. So I don't know, could I speak a little bit about what I did in all my life? So it could be that it's interested for you tonight.
Absolutely. One thing I will say is that I am a bit fashion obsessed, even though I don't publicly admit it. But yes, I would love to hear everything I can hear about you. Go ahead.
I go then. So I would try to be super fast, even if I have an incredible, quite, you know, a nice career. I was quite lucky. So I am what you call in general chief brand officer. So a chief brand officer is someone that normally arrives in a brand and make things happening. Okay, I think this is really the very, very fast way of saying the things. So I work normally on the product. I work on the merchandising about the collection, and I work on the communication and marketing. So I start my career. I'm an Italian who went to New York when I was just 18 years old, studying design, industrial design, but I jumped in fashion because, you know, I was lucky having a stage in Ralph Lauren. And then I went super fast to work with Mike Jacobs at Carolina Herrera. And then as I had my kids super fast in my life, that was fantastic. So now I am, you know, I am a mother, but with kids, let's say, of 30 years old. And then I came back to Paris, working for Ferragamo first, and then 13 years with the LVMH group. And then with the PVH, making all the restyling of the collection with Gigi Hadid, and working for years with Karl Lagerfeld. And I'm here now with you for John Richmond, that we want to put again on the market like the strongest brand that we can do. So I hope I was quite fast without annoying you with a lot of things about my career, but I hope that it's really quite easy to understand that in general, I'm a little bit like a musician, you know, like an orchestral director. You know, I put all the people together and the things with an incredible, beautiful theme, what I always call beautiful minds, I really start rocking. And all together we do incredible quantity of things. And why John? Because John is an incredible brand, is an heritage brand of 20 years. And what I like about John is this kind of system, you know, that he has. He's not only a designer, he mixes, you know, all his life with music, with the art, photography, culture. So I think this is even one of the reasons why he keeps going and why he loves still, you know, with an incredible kind of curiosity, everything that is happening in the world. So John, working with John is not just really designing clothing or something. He's always diving in something new. And that's the reason when we talk about, you know, Shiba collaboration, John was like a baby, you know, starting really being exciting, like it was the first job of his life. And it was the same for all of us. So I think this big energy you can see and you will see in all the work that we will do in the future. So that's really important, I think. And what is even interesting in what we will do, you know, is this kind of diving into a technology that in a way is going to build, something really new for the fashion system. It's true that everyone is starting, but I think the collaboration with Shiba is completely different from what is happening on the market, because it's a quite of really commission for the first time, a real kind of work together. And being a team leader, I think we will do a great job.
That's amazing. You answered almost all the questions I had. I think one of the questions, yeah, right. It was just like, I think one of the questions that a lot of people want to know is, why SHIB? What is it about SHIB that attracted you to working with them?
Because it seems to be strange what I say, but for me, it's the most fashion crypto system that I ever saw in my life. And I think it's cool. I think it's fun. It's serious in some moment, but super fun in another moment. That gives to me, the absolutely energy to understand that we can do something together.
Yeah, it is fun. Kelly, do you have anything you want to ask?
I do. So what attracted you to SHIB?
Sorry?
What attracted you to SHIB?
I think exactly what I told you before is a kind, when I just look at what I do, there is a kind of system that reminds me the fashion, So in a way I said, but this could be really something that is fitting, with the fashion system. That's, I think, one of the most important things. In the way that they behave, in the way that they speak, even in the aesthetic, when I see the video or something, there was something like an easy fit with a fashion brand.
Right. SHIB is very fashionable. Yes, yeah. I agree.
Totally. Oh, happy that you agree, because this was really my first approach at the very beginning, our idea about this collaboration.
No, I think that is, part of the whole spirit of the SHIB Army and the ecosystem. One thing that we've been talking about in our spaces is the fact that we see other brands and other industries within the fashion industry getting into crypto and NFTs. And I was wondering if you could speak about that and what you see in the industry and how that's becoming so prominent.
Honestly, I think it will be always more and more prominent. I think because we need anyway to start communicating with a different kind of generation, with something even faster in a way, because you can dream a little bit faster, because the fashion is normally a little bit longer in terms of, creating, production, having stuff on the market. I think this kind of digital approach can give us the possibility to follow a little bit more the kind of fast system that the new generation, in terms of mindset. When I speak about new generation, I speak a kind of mindset. I find myself super new generation in terms of mindset, despite, whatever kind of age you have. And I think that's the reason why we need absolutely a fashion system to be aware of what is happening. We cannot stay in our world, we cannot really think that fashion is just the most important thing, and that the system, is just, is just absolutely the most important thing. So we have to open ourselves. Fashion was in the past years a little bit too close, to something a little bit, not open to anyone. I think this is even a way to make things much more democratic, and arrive, to make even fashion dive a little bit more in the art system as well. Being sure that fashion is not really art, because we know that art is staying for longer, and fashion for itself, stays just one season. Probably with the NFT, we will arrive to have some possibility that incredible pieces that are really something that you keep in mind for years, like something from John. You can completely, put in a kind of NFT, so it becomes a piece of art in a way, being a little bit more light in the weight that we have to explain. I don't know if it was clear. Hopefully, I think this is one of the most important reasons why we need to dive into this kind of technology.
That's what I think so too. It is the way, and it is the future, and you're first to market in my mind in doing this, especially with Shib, in doing something like that. Now, why I got you here, and you just went through the fashion week. Can you tell us a little about your fashion lines? What is the John Richmond fashion lines that are coming out this season?
Yeah, so we just presented last Friday, our collection. What is nice is that John is capable each season to dive drastically and strongly in this DNA, but being always, always, and always something new, on the market. So we have the most important pieces of his life, and like the biker jacket, the leather, the studs, the embroidery. So can you imagine what has been John in his life? He has really pieces that now are really coming back again, and this is the only one. What was interesting that many journalists told us arriving at the showroom, everyone is trying to be punky and rock. When you come in this showroom, you find the real one. Everyone seems to be a fake after that you come in the showroom of John Richmond, because he is the one. In his life, he started his first collection in Soho, mixing fashion, music, art, with a punk culture, but super glamorous and super chic, because he was always, anyway, turning his collection in and producing in Italy. And this was for me one of the most interesting things that journalists gave to us as information. Really, the idea that you find the real one, in our showroom. So the collection is mainly always black and white, because John is really a black and white designer. But what is interesting that each season he has a twist in terms of colors. So this season we had a touch of red, a little touch of yellow. So was a little touch of pink, a kind of a strong pink. So it's nice because you can really mix. And I think what is nice is that John can really be styled, in any kind of possibility. So you can go from the very morning stuff to something super evening, just putting a blazer on it. This is the fashion week of the blazers, anyway, in every company. I think was really one of the most important status of all the brands. And John is the very special blazer. So can you imagine? We were completely on trend.
Wow, that is amazing. Queenie, did you have a question?
No, just really enjoying listening to Antonella speak and sort of
Thank you very
explain
much.
the theories behind it all. And I very much agree. I think that it's a great move for both parties, and I agree as well with the sentiments of really just looking to the future and how can we improvise and adapt, and how can we, get on board with the changes that are coming, because they are coming. And I definitely think that it's the right move towards bringing fashion to the forefront once more and making it less of a niche and more of something that's accessible to everybody, in while still, maintaining its uniqueness of each brand and its each brand's exclusivity in design. And I think
Totally
it's
agree.
very, very exciting.
Totally agree. Super, super right words. We need to be, anyway, in a way, democratic, just really giving the possibility to everybody to really just look and experience, have a sentimental participation, like I always say, but, at the same time, keeping the DNA of the brand. And John is really very, very much, close to what he was in the past, but with so a great consistency, but with something completely new each season. Even because he's super open, to listen. He's curious. I think curiosity is always, a characteristic of smart people, and I think this is really one of the most important, really, tools that John has always.
Yeah, no, I mean this is exciting. I like the ethos. I really love the energy coming from you, Antonella. I have Xander up, and then I'm going to get gossip. Xander, you had something you wanted to say?
Hello, 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 dear family. Hello, John Richmond. Well, my English is so bad
Waiting for
in.
Sandra saying something.
for I am to say hello, and I want to say how happy I am to the John Richmond brand
Hello, can you hear me?
collaboration.
Hold on, Xander. Sorry,
Hang on.
Antonella.
Hello,
Yeah,
Hold on
yeah,
there.
it's me.
can
I'm
you?
Hi,
here.
Antonella. Yeah, I have Xander here
Yes,
asking you a question. So,
Okay,
yes.
perfect.
I am to say how happy I am to John Richmond brand is collaboration with Shiba Inu.
No, sé.
And fashion is a method of revolutionary the world. And I'm from Venezuela, and we know that the
I don't know.
John
I don't
Richmond
hear the
brand.
question. I'm sorry. I
okay,
cannot.
that's all right. Xander, just hold on a second. We have a bit of a connection problem there. You can hear me okay, Antonella?
Totally, perfectly.
Okay.
I cannot hear when Sunrise is speaking, I think.
Oh, okay. What I'll Xander, just gonna put you
Hello,
on mute. Yeah, I'm just gonna put you on mute there, Xander. Okay.
hello.
Xander, I gotta put you on mute. Hold on a second there. Okay, so Antonella,
Yeah.
when you're not speaking, I'll just get you to put yourself on mute as well too, because you're probably gonna get some feedback on the speaker. That's all. But what I'll do then, if you can just mute yourself there, Antonella, real quick, and I'll get Gossip to ask the question. Go ahead, Gossip.
I would like to ask, is it possible to order the future ship line all around the world? I mean, from your website, how is the shipping?
That's okay for sure. You can order. The collections are normally on our website, and the shipment is very easy. You know, we have a very good organization. So we sell on our website everything. So the pre-collection, the main collection, the show collection. So you can really go and find everything you want.
And
We are a global brand anyway.
is it possible to find somewhere list of your retailer stores?
Sorry, is it possible?
It's able to find somewhere the list of the stores where we can order your clothes.
Yeah, yeah. There are even stores that where you can order, or you just link on a website. It's easy. We can send you eventually. I don't know. It's easy. We have two flagship store. One flagship store is in Milano. One flagship store is in Shanghai, and we are opening some stores. But you know, there will be a little bit of time to do it. So the best for the moment is to go online. So that's okay.
And I have one more question, because we are community driven, right? And Shiba Army are all around the world with different kind of
yeah, but
lifestyles.
but just
Would it
as
be
a reminder
possible?
to you,
Yes.
the collaboration with Shiba is not yet online.
Yes.
This was just the announcement. Now we need to start working like crazy, you know, to make it happen. So that's
No, I meant in future, and also your line is beautiful, so I'm sure people will start ordering right away. Something.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. Our line is beautiful. We do agree. And the collaboration with Shiba will be fantastic. This we are sure.
I'm curious. I saw there's some kids line. Do you think we will have also ship clothes for kids?
You never know in the future. Why not? Let's see.
Shib minis or Shib juniors.
Exactly. A mini collab. You never
Yeah,
know in the future.
Or
that would
even
be
a dog clothesline. Cute little blazers for dogs.
for pets. That
That
would be
as well.
amazing
Why
too.
not?
Why not? I really like the image that you're portraying. There's an image that was posted on your stream of a bus with the black and white imagery, and I thought that was
That's
really excellent.
fantastic. That was fantastic. You know, this is a tram, you know, it's a kind of bus, but it's an electric one that is really very old in Milano. And we have two of them that are fantastic and going, you know, around the city in the best, you know, street, in the much more fashionable places in Milano. So this was all around the fashion week. So it was 15 days. So it's going to be during the Milano Fashion Week, but it will go even for Milano, Paris Fashion Week as well, because we have anyway a lot of clients still there buying around, you know, little showroom. So Milano is still full of fashion people. So We have for 15 days all these trams coming around with a nice surprise tomorrow. So we will send you then photos, because tomorrow there will be a kind of, transformation of this tram. You will see. More to come.
Yeah, I know there's a lot more to come because you're still working on things. I think Kraken has a question for you, and then Kelly had a question. Go ahead, Kraken.
Hey, I just wanted to say how excited and stoked I am for this collaboration. People that know that I follow the fashion scene, more or less in the shoe industry. I think I have more shoes than I have T-shirts.
Like me,
but I did know
me
that
as well.
I noticed that on your website, you guys have a section for shoes. Does the Sheep collaboration plan on going down that line as well?
Yes, we will have for sure shoes. When we speak about the collaboration with Shiba, we speak about looks. That is including then shoes and bags for sure. So
Awesome.
You will be happy to buy more shoes to complete your collection. Like me, I will buy millions of shoes, more than T-shirt as well, like you.
Awesome. And then Xander's question was more or less about international shipping. He was asking if your line of John Richmond X Shib was going to be available for people down in Venezuela.
We're just getting like interruptions. Spaces just doesn't want us to ask.
For sure, absolutely. We are really organized to ship everywhere. No problems at all.
Awesome. No, that's interesting. Kelly, did you have something you wanted to ask?
It's more of a comment, and for people who don't know, John Richmond has everything from really luxurious cocktail fancy dresses to T-shirts and jeans, a wide range. So I love it. And the Shib Army is so vibrant, unique, and inspiring that I think this is an amazing partnership. And every time I go to the website and I try to order something, it's sold out. So it's very popular. And
yeah.
we're all going to look so good.
No, so first of all, that's fantastic for us. We know we will try to have a little bit more stuff, because each season we are lucky because it's really better and better. We will try to have a little bit more. And honestly, we do quite all the first line really made in Italy. So it's really, the pieces are unbelievable. And when you receive at home pieces from John Richmond, I think it's even better, because even the fit is super nice.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I love the bodysuit. I don't know if this is something that you were just showing at Fashion Week, but the bodysuit with the blue flowers on it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. The bodysuit, no, it's something that we do quite each season, because it's typical from John, is even a kind of a reproduction of tattoos, so it reminds a little bit even that kind of word. So we quite have each season something with a new print eventually. Roses are for sure John Richmond, print, and each season. But in general, we have it. But we will make sure that you will receive something that is not sold out, for sure.
It's very popular.
I have a question that was just DM'd to me by a Shiba hodler. They were wondering if we could ask how you're actually planning to incorporate Shib, so as far as designs. So will it be those splashes of color or logos, or is it only going to be the blockchain NFTs? So that's a community question for you, Antonella.
For the moment, we are planning NFTs. Mm-hmm. They are going to be done together with John and with the collaboration of Shiba. So they should come out something that is really interesting. There should be, John and a little bit of Shiba. So for the moment, we are doing this as planned. And
okay.
And that's it.
Okay,
hopefully
well,
that's okay for you or not, or do you need more?
No, I think that makes sense.
Thank you.
So, Antonella, I know your time's precious. I know it's late, but we've got, just like Queenie did, we've got a couple of community members who want to come up. Now, everybody in the audience, understand we have a huge amount of people trying to ask questions. We don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to bring up about 4 or 5. And if you do have any further questions, feel free to tweet them out or try to message the mods that are up here, and we'll see if we can get those on to Antonella and to John Richmond. I have got to ask you, though, if you do come up, put your hand up so I can go in order of who has asking the questions. Obviously, the first guy that's up here. Sorry?
I just took a coffee. Don't worry. So I.
Okay, no problem. Great. Okay, so, and I would also ask anybody that's up to please mute their speaker so we don't get any feedback. Dr. Shibarian would like to ask you a question, Antonella.
Okay.
Hello. Thank you very much. So my question's about the NFTs. So Dr. Shibarium is one of the SHIB NFTs, and I was wondering, is there a possibility in the future? I don't know if this.
I cannot hear the question.
Oh, will the new NFTs that are being developed be able to interact with the Shiboshis at all?
And so, Antonella, did you hear the question?
No. Sorry, I cannot hear the question. When you speak, I can hear very well, but sometimes when questions arrives, I cannot hear.
Yeah, it's a connection. He was just basically asking, in the SHIB community, we have Shiboshis, which are the NFTs created by the SHIB ecosystem. And he's wondering if those are going to be integrated into your fashion line.
We are deciding. We are still, we don't know really exactly. So to be decided, let's see. We are really finding, even the right solutions.
And that's a good answer. So be patient, everybody. They are working on it. This is a brand new announcement announced today as a surprise, and there's going to be more information coming. I have another speaker up here, Lord Mundy. What's your question?
Yes, so I just wanted to know if our Shiboshis will be able to get us access to any fashion shows in real life or virtually.
You need to repeat for me the question because I cannot hear the questions when they arrive.
Okay, yeah. I'll repeat it for him. It's just a connection issue. So all he was asking is, are there going to be advantages to having NFTs for access to your fashion line?
Absolutely not. I don't think this is really a kind of difference. Again, many details needs to be defined. So it's not a good answer, I know, but it's making even much more interesting, to follow the project. So you have much more questions to all the answers along the way.
Yeah, and again, guys, remember, this was a brand new venture announced today. So a lot of this stuff, especially when it's going around Shiboshis, is a bit premature. Announcements will come in the future. So hopefully you'll get the answers. If you have more questions, again, hit up the mods and the community leaders, and we'll try and get them out to you. Ian is here, and he'd like to ask a question. How you doing, Ian?
Good.
Long time no hear.
Good, Rowdy. My question's not more towards Shiboshis, but as an NFT. And when you hear fashion and sort of blockchain, first thing that comes to mind for me, I don't know if it's a possibility, but if you're doing custom orders or if you are giving custom NFT outfits or shoes, I don't know if it's a possibility if you could say customize or get an NFT of a shoe for your Shiboshi or your avatar at the same time be able to order one for yourself. Your avatar is wearing the shoe.
Ian, roll it back, man. You're going on there a bit. God, did you understand, Antonia?
No way. I couldn't hear the answer, the question. I'm sorry.
Okay, guys, I'll just remind you, I'd like you to keep the questions to fashion. As we speak about NFTs, again, they haven't developed the whole NFT project yet. It was announced today, the partnership. So a lot of the questions you have, we understand that you want to hear about, but I don't think that they're there yet. So, Ian, I understand what you're asking. Antonella, he was just asking is if you're going to have NFT related fashion for existing NFTs, but you're not quite there yet. Am I correct?
No, for sure. And just use me tonight for fashion questions. That's really my best expertise. So just go ahead with all the fashion question that you have. Use me for this at midnight, practically.
Absolutely. Queenie,
leave the development to us. Yeah, well, I just have a little message from Milkshake and the devs just to say that we do have a goal to work closely with all aspects of the SHIB ecosystem. So we're going to integrate them where possible, as much as possible. But don't forget, that's kind of our realm in the partnership. Antonella and John Richmond, they're lending their fashion and design expertise in this venture. So a lot of those questions surrounding the tech side of things, reserve those for later spaces or for DMing myself or Milkshake or other members of the team, and we'll be able to provide updates on that as we go.
Absolutely, guys. So just remember, this is brand new. The technical side of the house is coming, and SHIB Queenie, Milkshake, and Gossip, and SHIB Kraken will be able to answer more technical questions in the future as they develop via Discord or through the DMs, guys. So try to keep them to the fashion side. Scooter, did you have a question?
Queenie just gave me a bit guidance on where I need to direct it. So I'm pulling back.
No problem, Scooter. I understand everybody's really excited. This is brand new in NFTs, and it's the SHIB Army. Antonella, that is why everyone's very excited. This is a very promising development with these questions, as you've got so much people's attention right now. It's crazy exciting.
That's interesting. Oh my God, that's interesting.
Well, I mean, welcome to the SHIB Army. This is what we're about. We've got those
that
are very much
That's
into the
my
fashion.
pleasure. That's my pleasure. You are really, it's really a pleasure. My God, absolutely. We will be much more and more and more close to SHIB Army. We love it. We learn even in these last months working together a bit that is really an incredible fit with all that we think. So that's a pleasure. And again, we love really the SHIB Army. Absolutely.
No, and Milkshake gave me the privilege of doing this space on her behalf with you to welcome you and have the community reach out. Having you here as a member of a company and a brand coming forward and reaching out to the community is very bullish for us. We have several other partnerships that have done that in the past, and it's rare that a company will come out and come out and just speak to people about everything straight up immediately as well, just as the announcement go on with the excitement, and it's got me more and more excited.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
For sure, yeah. Okay, Scooter, you had another question?
Yes, sir. Take two. Okay, so this one is a question towards any potential thoughts on collaborations with Wellies? Anything spirited towards maybe designing and outfitting the employees of Wellies by way of John Richmond?
Antonella, did you hear the question?
No way. There are some problems.
Yeah, there is something going on. I noticed that. I think what we're going to ask everybody in the audience is if you have access to SHIB Queenies, Gossips, or Milkshake's DMs to DM your question. What he'd asked was, is there any potential interest in working with Wellies in the future, perhaps designing their uniforms or anything like that?
No comment. Maybe, as I told you before, we are working a lot with SHIB Army. You never know what can happen in our life. That's the best of the life. Surprises, something new. You never know.
That's an excellent answer, and we do love surprises. We get them all the time, like we got today. Queenie, go ahead.
Yeah, so I've got a two-parter here. One is a question and one is a comment. So the comment I've got here is from Shaitoshi, and he's just saying, sort of to further clarification to what Milkshake said, which is we're actually working on the technical side. We have the plan and know exactly how we want it all to work on our end from the SHIB side. The main point of this space here and this collaboration is the distribution, design, and expertise elements, and also dog walk in Milan. So the very exciting thing, if Antonella, if you'd like to discuss more about it, is the fact that SHIB clothing will be distributed in all John Richmond stores, and that's just really exciting on top of the NFTs as well.
Yeah, for sure. And I really love, what you said about the dog walk. I love it. Dog walk is super nice instead of cat walk. First of all, because, I can even imagine a different kind of much more, modern and democratic way of walking the catwalk, So I love this new way of speaking about the runway show. And yes, for sure, these clothing are going to be in all the Richmond stores, online. It's going to be really unbelievable, incredible. And let's even, and we will work together on this kind of fashion show that is going to be really something that we really would like to have as a big surprise, something incredible.
Yeah, I agree. And then the question that I received was from Shibasaw, who's actually one of our moderators in the Discord, or at least he's passing on a community question. Will there be a SHIB-themed perfume or cologne? And if so, are there any ideas on the smell behind it?
We have an incredible perfume, So the Richmond smell is all over our dresses. When you enter in our showroom, we have a fragrance that is super nice. Even the bottle is incredible. So let's see what can happen, even, from a fragrance point of view. For the moment, it's really super, super nice. It's something that we worked with John for a long time to have exactly, the feeling. So when you just spray your fragrance, you have the idea of what is, John Richmond. So the kind of sensuality but a little bit cool and rock. And let's see what can happen in the future, about the fragrance, even in this idea of collaboration.
Perfect. Well, as long as it's not wet dog, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm still buzzing about the term dog walk. That does me great stuff. Listen, I am excited about all of this. So we're talking about your brand and your lines here. Now, in your line, you have what you have men's, women's, or non-gender specific, obviously, and you do have a youth line. Is that correct?
It's a lifestyle brand. So honestly, we have much more. We have men, women, we have kids, we have a sport line, and for sure we have license. So we have fragrances, as I said you before. We have eyewear, shoes, and bags. Bags is not a license; it's a direct product. And we have some smart collaboration. We have jewelry, for example. That is an important part of John Richmond world. So practically is a lifestyle brand. You have everything, and we are really thinking about going in the homeware, something like. And we will have a new fantastic idea coming from the Design Week in Milano. That in Milano you will have the Design Week in June. That is really something really super cool, and it's really an important event. I have to say, quite important as the fashion is in general in Milano. And we will have a special product that is done specifically for Richmond. We don't want to tell you because, as you said, the SHIB Army loves surprise. And it's going to be really fantastic because we will have some design pieces specifically for John, a very small quantity that is going to be in the store. And I think it's going to be really, really cool. And there are even other more ideas. We are opening the store to the public, so we don't want to have any more a normal store in Milano, but we want to have a concept store hosting, some little concert with music and some art exhibition. So we are doing a store that is not anymore, a store just to go and buy, but we would like to have a kind of, collective. Something that is living, each day that people can experience. So in a way, we are working on incredible quantity of nice projects, and I have to say that it's not only dreams. Most of them are really on the way. They are happening really. So it's an incredible team, incredible team. So we are all working in the same direction, and that's I think one of the reason of the possibility that everything is happening quite fast because the team is super excited and a great team. As I told you, I call them beautiful minds, so they are the best on the market.
Oh, that's amazing. And I'm not going to say or ask the question, but I feel like you were sort of hinting at potentially something in the metaverse. But I'm just going to leave it at that. Queenie, you had a question?
Yep, just another question. So this one's from Rugs, and he's wondering, will the clothing range be seasonal, and how many seasons are we anticipating this affiliation to last? Could we see a full yearly range eventually?
Yeah, so first of all, I have to say something about John that is really incredibly exciting. The collection, okay, for sure we have a specific collection that is a seasonal one, because fabrics and stuff. But in general, John has many pieces that are cross-seasonal. Because, the leather, it doesn't matter. You can have, kind of onion ways, of putting them together. So you can have your leather under your coat in the winter, but then you can use during the summer just as biker or something. So most of the John pieces, such as, for example, the dresses, like the long dresses, are in khadi, in silk. So you can use during the winter, the summer. And then you have very specific product like the knitwear that is seasonal. So in general, John's collection have a kind of, let's say, 50% of stuff that is cross-seasonal, and 50% that is in general very specific to the season. And being a company that is black and white with a touch of colors, that is helping, because you have really your stuff nice for every single kind of moment. So it's not really only fashion.
Oh, that's amazing. Kellyanne, you had a question?
Hi. Yeah, so I have a question in my DM. Well, it's more of an idea. And someone, his name is Alex Vu, and he's, saying that he loves this. And, he is hoping this will capture the raw energy of SHIB. And he's also asking if anyone has thought about voting on a piece of clothing or some sort of vote on ideas for pieces of clothing.
Sorry, I lost you 2 seconds. What you asked me? Sorry.
This is just a general question or idea. I think it's more of an idea where someone from the community, Alex Vu, is asking or offering the idea of a vote and inspiration for a piece. Like people would like to be able to give some input on some of the fashion.
Why not? Input are always more than welcome. Always. We love input, why not? We always get on board. We take inspiration from the real life in general, not from something that is happening or something, related to the past or something related to the future. So input are always the most important things when we have a mood board of the very beginning of the season. That is our inspiration for the clothing to sketch, to design. So perfect for us to have input. Always, I repeat, more than welcome.
Yes. He suggested the community offering inspiration for the collection.
Yeah, but we will love it, because for sure, John, we will have a kind of, he will reshuffle and put together, what he thinks and what you think in terms of input. And for sure, we will be able to integrate, input from what is coming. I'm sure that there will be interesting input from SHIB community, for sure.
Oh, you'll get it. You'll get it for sure. They're loud and they're there. I have a question from Milkshake because Milkshake is pretty starstruck. We were talking before. She's really excited about John Richmond because you've worked with numerous rock stars from, Mick Jagger, the Rolling Stones, David Bowie, to name a few. And you've caught up with these people. What is it like? Tell me about some of the influencers you've worked with.
Are you asking me?
I'm asking, what did you make them, or is it just John's met them, or?
No, so as you could see, John was always very much related to music. So in his life, practically, John was dressing quite every single person. We were 2 days ago out for dinner, and we couldn't really stop listening to all the things that he was telling us, about the people that just ask him, to be dressed. Even Michael Jackson, he told us, one day Michael Jackson called me for an incredible sparkling blazer with stars and stuff. So that's for sure something that we think we will need to integrate in the future, just really speaking about the new Mick Jagger, the new, if there is one possibly. And we will for sure, even work with some of the most important talent in any kind of, for sure music is the most important one for John, because it's something that he feels really in his DNA. But we will try to open even to some other stuff, like, for example, we are just using now new emergent photography, stylists, models. So something to create a kind of community that loves John Richmond, first of all, in terms of attitude and mood, and to open even more the brand to not only to the music, but some relevant stuff that is happening now in the world.
That's amazing. The stories, and Kellyanne and I and Queenie and Milkshake, we love to hear the stories from the partnerships that are taking place. Some amazing stories that we've heard over the time, and the history that is, the history behind the designers. And I don't think that a lot of people understood in the SHIB community exactly how historically involved John Richmond's been in the fashion industry, and that's the stories we like to hear. And I think that just fits part and parcel with the SHIB Army spirit. It's so cool. It's so very, very cool.
Yeah, you cannot believe, when I was really, at the very beginning I was young, like John was absolutely young, but at the very beginning of my career, it was really quite difficult, to just enter in a catwalk from John. We were like crazy when we could have an invitation or being, just really standing. There was already something very difficult to get. So John was really one of the most, cooler, because there was always a lot of nice people. The people was different, was always not classic, but a little bit more in the moment. And even the models, they loved really working with John. So for us, was one of the most important show to attend. It was unbelievable difficult.
Amazing. Kelly, you had something you want to add?
I have some info, yes. Yeah, so for some more background information, John Richmond has dressed Madonna, George Michael.
Yeah, totally.
David Bowie.
Yeah, and you know that George Michael, sorry to interrupt you, John has no time because he was preparing a show. And George Michael, and John was so sorry, but he said, if he wants to dress, I'm sorry to say I cannot come. So George Michael needs to come to me. And George Michael went to John. Can you imagine?
It's amazing. Yes. Yeah, and then David Bowie, of course.
David Bowie, Mick Jagger, Annie Lennox, Bryan Adams, that is really one of his most important friends, and really even in the much more recently, Kim Kardashian, so Kate Moss. There are really an incredible quantity. Even Lady Gaga asked for some leather pieces from John. So it's really you cannot believe. And all these people, is always more and more. He becomes very friend, with John, because John has a kind of incredible empathy, with people. So that's even for me what made the difference, and why even this collaboration is a good fitting, because SHIB community is so interesting, and John is an interesting person. I think this fit is even something that can work really very well together.
Amazing. Okay, we're coming in here. Listen, SHIB Queenie, you got a question? And Gossip, I think you've got some questions. You had your hand up earlier. I'm going to go with Queenie, and then I'm going to go with Gossip, okay?
Mine's just a super quick one. This one's from Shaitoshi, and he wanted to ask Antonella what models you've worked with, or outline which models you've worked with. So outside of celebrities being dressed, models you've actually had out there on the catwalks or dog walks.
Yeah, but let's say that with John Richmond, I think it's much faster to say which was not the model that he used in his life, because all the most important one were absolutely in John Richmond show, every single one. In the past, practically, the catwalk, I think that John sometimes, because now it's different. Now we dress the model. We don't change the model on the backstage because it's much faster and because the show are really different. But I remember when John, when was time when we changed, the girls on the backstage, and the reason was even because John had, for example, something like 20 models, and all the 20 models were some of the most important one. So that's the reason why for me is really. I cannot answer this question simply because he was used every single one that in your life. No way.
Hey, and that's probably the best answer that we could have had. So it's really exciting.
And you cannot believe me. What I was working in my last in my life with every single one. So from the super top to the new one to the Gigi, Bella, Howard, everyone. So we are ready to rock even the dog walk, as we want to call it, with the super top models in September.
Yeah, of course we all want to know about the models. I mean, that's always something that's exciting to know for the dog walks. And everyone here, I'll tell you right now, Antonella, you have opened up a basket of questions, which always happens when we have these spaces where people have more questions than we can possibly answer. And I just want to express to the community is that all your questions that are being asked in the DMs, we're trying to get to them. There's some of them we can't answer. This is strictly about fashion. It was announced today. So a lot of the questions that are being asked are going to be answered in the future, such as anything to do with burning or the use of SHIB. It'll come in time. Need you to be patient on that. I'm just super excited that we've gotten the chance to learn more about John Richmond, the history behind John Richmond. The excitement is huge, and I think it's going to lead to more anticipation when we actually see what is coming. Like, this is just saying it's coming. Here we go. This is going to happen, and then you're going to surprise us all, which I'm very, very excited about. Again, guys, apologies for the speakers coming up. Twitter can do that to us sometimes. I know the DMs are a bit clumsy. And Antonella, thank you so much for your time. I think we're coming down to the end here, and it's late for you. Is there anything you would like to say to the SHIB Army before we wrap things up this evening?
Yeah, but thank you, first of all, to all of you, not only from me, but from all the Richmond team. And let's try in the next call to get John on board. We will have probably, John answering even a lot of questions. That could be fantastic. I will try to get him in our next fantastic call all together. That could be incredible, right?
I
Definitely
would love to spend some time talking to John.
Let me try my best.
Thank you so much, Antonella. It's been absolutely wonderful speaking with you today, and thank you for taking the time to answer these questions. I know it's very late for you.
Don't worry.
We really appreciate it.
We really love you, and it was really a big pleasure. Fantastic. I took 3 or 4 coffee, so now I need to go to a disco because it's late and I cannot go to sleep anymore, but that's okay. I will enjoy the rest of the evening.
Well, I really, really appreciate it. From Milkshake, on behalf of the community, she wants to thank you, and she's extremely proud to be working together with you in this collaboration and partnership. And she, and I know I can speak for everybody, is very humbled and excited. And we look forward to hearing in the future. I do have one other announcement that I'm going to make before we close up, and that's for everybody of the SHIB Army. Is keep your eyes on the SHIB account and Shaitoshi's account. He is going to be releasing a blog medium very, very soon. So please stay tuned, keep your eyes peeled, and we're going to see some more information coming out. And today's just an overall extremely exciting day. Again, Antonella, thank you so very, very much.
Thank you so much. We love you. Baci. Ciao.
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 Okay,
Thank
Kelly.
you.
How exciting is
Ciao.
this, Kelly?
This
Queenie,
is
how exciting is this?
we're excited. I can't wait until we can all hang out together
I know.
and wear these wonderful clothes.
This is amazing. Again, guys, everybody give 100. Well, you can't give hundreds, but give hearts out to Milkshake for making this happen today on the fly. Very first space for Milkshake, and she made it happen with no fusser at all. We wanted to get out, and she wanted to get the excitement for the community out here. Again, Twitter Spaces didn't quite cooperate getting everyone to come up and verbally speak. If you do have questions, the mods are open to asking questions. Oh, in their DMs, they'll try and get back to you, or in Discord, or in Telegram. And please hit them up. And everybody, keep an eye out on the official SHIB token account and Toshi's account. There is a blog medium coming this evening. And that's just about it. Milkshake, I think this has been a high success. So I will allow you to shut it down at your pleasure. Shiba.
Shiba.
Woof woof.
And hey, as Shy has said before, Milkshake is the GOAT. She is the greatest of all time.
Yes.
So
Thank
thank
you,
you, Milkshake. Thank you so much for everything you do every single day.
Okay, guys.
Because none of this is possible without her.